Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, we are going to be talking about tire upgrades for the Sur-Ron. We'll start by showing you how to change a tire, then do some tests, and finish by going for a ride to test a new rubber. The rear tire we will be testing is the Shinko 241 Trials tire. First impressions is that it is very soft and the tread pattern is very tight. The front tire we will be testing is the Shinko 524 Cheater. First impressions is that it looks like a great mud tire. It is noticeably harder than the Trials tire, but still on the soft side for moto. If you're only going to change one tire, change the front, as things like this lockup crash are very preventable with better tires. Now, let's start the tire change. To begin with, make sure all the air is out of your tire. Using a small point, hold down the valve until all the air is gone. Push on the sidewall if it won't all come out. Now we will look at the tools you will want to make your life easier, starting with the bead holder. This tool holds down your bead, then attaches to your spoke, which is very helpful for putting the tire back on. We will showcase this later on. The next tool is a bead hook/puller. This allows you to get under the bead and easily pull it up to slide the tube in. Those first two tools are more specialty and you can get by without them, but the last thing you'll need at the very least is a standard tire lever kit. All these tools can be found in the description. Start by using a tire lever to get under the bead and pull it above the lip of the wheel. This lever can be held down by the rotor while you do the next spot. Slowly work your way around the wheel until you get the entire side off. If you plan on reusing the stock tube, be very careful not to pinch it between the lever and the wheel. Now that one side is off, remove the valve nut and pull the tube out. Now would be a good time to air up the tube and make sure you didn't get a hole in it. It doesn't need to be said, but obviously two people will make this much easier. Once the tube is out, pull the entire tire off the wheel. You should be able to do this by hand, but if you can't, use levers. Now put this new tire on the wheel, paying attention to direction arrows. If you can't find an arrow, then your tire is multi-directional. Once one side of the tire is on, use a lever on the back side next to the valve hole so that you can easily slide the valve in. If you haven't already, you can throw a very small amount of air in the tube to get it to take shape. Now start feeding the tube into the tire. Coating the tube in baby powder can help tremendously with this. Also, using the bead puller tool helps. Once the tube is all the way in, you can start feeding the bead over the wheel lip. Here's how to properly use that red tool. Once the bead starts to get really tight, push the tire down in the center of the wheel on the opposite side. This will give you a bit more slack. Make sure to take small bites with the levers towards the end and try to avoid taking too much tire at once. Here's what it looks like back together. We will air it to 30 psi to seat the bead. Now, we are going to do some brake testing. From the very first stop, it can immediately be seen just how much better these tires grip when braking and consequently how much faster it stops. After 3 tests, we averaged 139 inches, which is almost 100 inches faster than the stock tire and braking setup. 130. That's so much faster. Boofed up the wall. Oh. $152. If you remember our brake testing video, we showed that just by upgrading the front pads, you could bring your stopping distance to around 170 inches. So with just a $35 tire and $30 brakes, you can decrease stopping distance by over 60%. Next up, we decided to test the acceleration to see if the new heavier tires and tubes significantly affected the acceleration. From this video, it should be clear that it hardly affects it. Also important to note is that we compared the battery range with the stock versus upgraded tires and tubes and noticed at most a 1% difference on aggressive single track riding. Given that Cole is about 10 pounds lighter than I am, we even switched bikes and did this another 6 times and found the exact same results. Next, we loaded the bikes up and took them to Post Canyon for some more extensive testing. Alright, warm up here.
Alright, so this ride along we're gonna talk about tires we got on this thing. Make sure Cole's following us. Yeah. So I'm running a little bit of a different tire setup. Started? Yeah. So I'm running a bit of a different tire setup than Cole. We have the same front tire, the Shinko 525 or 524 cheater. Pretty much nothing but good things to say about it. Other than that, on hard pack, it can get, the grip could be better. But it really does well in mud. You hear gas motorcycles. Be careful here. One of the benefits of the Sur-Ron is you can hear other riders coming. Anyway, so yeah, front tire, definitely more of a mud pattern, I would say, than an all around. But overall, a really good choice, considering that there aren't a ton of options. As far as the rear tire goes, your options are far more limited than the front, and because of that, we went with the Shinko 241, which is what it's the trials tire, and it's what a lot of people have been recommending people get. But after riding on it, it's a serious one-trick pony tire. Trial tires are good on hard pack with no loose on top, and if it's even a little bit muddy, just don't even think about it, because the tread gets so packed full of mud that the tread becomes basically useless. So that's my gripe with the 241. We're going to be doing some more testing on this channel, trying to find the perfect tire combo for the Sur-Ron. We know that you can get a little bit bigger tires. The 241 we have in the back is the 100 by 70 on a 19-inch wheel. You can get an 18-inch wheel for the Sur-Ron, and doing that allows you to put a bit of a wider tire on there and still clear the chain. So we're going to be experimenting with that and just overall seeing what we can get the best tire combination to be on this bike, because as you know, the tires are really your only point of contact with the ground, and they're super important to a bike's handling characteristics. But even if we haven't found the perfect tire yet, I would highly recommend this front, and I would also say that if you're undecided on a rear, to just go with the 241, because a heavy duty tire is such a significant upgrade. Just to the feel of the bike, it makes it feel so much more like a dirt bike than like a mountain bike. Hey guys. Alright, so I don't know if we just found ourselves on a mountain biking trail. There's a lot of mountain bikes there, so I hope we didn't. But I saw a sign for a motorcycle, so I hope we're in the clear here. And it looks like I see motorcycle skid marks too. Oh wow, this is good fun right here. Oh yeah, we're good. It says dirt bikes are allowed. Yeah, have a good one. All right, so back on the tire conversation there. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Very related to the tires are the tubes that you use. And we have tried a couple tubes. I would recommend not getting a super heavy duty moto tube if you're gonna go that route, because motocross tubes are already heavy duty compared to the mountain bike tubes that come in the Sur-Ron. So if you find yourself looking for tubes, I think I think the ultra heavy duty ones are a little too heavy.
Dude, my rear tire is visibly worse. This thing's garbage.
Yeah, it's not great.
Dude, I'm sliding around on the rear so hard.
So that's the tire Cole has on the back of his bike. It's just the stock one. This is the 241. And then the one we both have in front is
the Shinko Cheater.
The Shinko Cheater. It's
524, I think.
Oh, 524, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 524.
And this is the front wheel tread.
Yeah, front wheel tread.
So,
no, we should keep going to stay ahead of these guys. This is an amazing view. Great for a ride. So that's what I was saying, the heavy duty tubes, oh, that's a shitty line. The heavy duty tubes are, they basically, you know, they help prevent puncture flats. And also, a little bit of weight that they add to the wheels makes it feel more planted than the stock mountain bike tubes that come with it. And quite frankly, the tires that come with it even feel like mountain biking tires. And the tread pattern is super shallow, like a mountain bike would be too. So I would highly recommend just ordering new tires before you even get the bike. You can run the stock ones dead, but one, that won't take long, and two, they're kind of dangerous to be riding on. I mean, you're very liable to get stranded with those tires. So maybe don't run the stock ones for longer than you have to. And also, if you're gonna run the stock ones, maybe try and stay on more of a groom trail. If you want to do some rocky, rooty stuff, you're just absolutely begging for a pinch flat if you don't change your tires and tubes immediately. This is more of a mountain biking trail here than a dirt biking. Just feel downhill, but sure is fun. That's what's great about the Sur-Ron. Mountain bike trail, dirt bike trail, doesn't exactly matter. You're gonna have fun no matter what. For the rear tire that we're gonna test next, Cole was thinking about putting the cheater front tire that we currently, oh, we forgot where we're going. Which way do you want to go? This way? Stay on the black? Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
I didn't realize that was...
No, you're good. So Cole was thinking that he throws the front tire we have on now onto the rear as a test, hopefully to help out people that are already watching this channel and looking for ideas for tires.
Interrupting what I just said from that video, Cole decided to purchase the cheater tire for the rear in the smallest size they had. As you can see by this video, the fitment isn't even close. In fact, the chain is rubbing on the sidewall, so shaving the knobs would hardly help. Cole decided to return this tire and test the Dual Sport Kenda, which we will have a video on.
We'd like to be the premier channel for these things, and with that, we would like to be able to recommend you parts that we've tested and that we feel like are a good match with the Sur-Ron. So we don't want to tell you to buy anything that we haven't tried yet. But I can say I'm pretty confident that at least in the 524, this is a really good front end, and we're going to be hard pressed to find a better one. Rear tire is a different story though, just because Trials tires are so limited. And that's no fault of the tire. I mean, when we bought it, we knew it was a Trials tire. I wasn't quite aware of the extent of how bad Trials tires were on loose stuff and in the wet. So if that sounds like the kind of conditions you're going to be riding in, maybe try to avoid it. But again, we don't really have a better recommendation at the moment for a rear tire.
If you've made it this far in the video, it should be obvious just how much of a benefit it is to get new tires, even if it's only the front. The tire sizes are both 70 by 100 by 19, as this has been close to the biggest we can find without interfering with the chain or getting different wheels. Overall, $70 for a set of tires for your Sur-Ron is well worth it. If you enjoyed this video and are interested in others like it, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.